Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I didn't get any really good trail riding in this summer on the side-by-side because Jay went and sold his machine, so we're not friends anymore.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
We're in the shop today. We got a little job to do on this guy right here. This is my dad's 2012 Kawasaki Teryx 4. Needs a new starter. So that's what we're doing today. Now you can see on this model, which is again, it's a 2012 Teryx 4. The starter doesn't have any solenoid attached to it, and actually the Bendix is in the machine, not on the starter, so this is a little bit different. Now my dad's already got a lot of the plastics off here, so you have to take the driver's side footwell area apart to access it. There's only 2 bolts holding the starter, what looks like maybe 10mm bolts right here, and then we've got the positive lead. I'm actually going to just leave the positive lead on here and just clip a couple zip ties along here because there's a little extra cable. I think I can unbolt the starter and pull it out with the cable on it. So yeah, as you can see, just the 2 bolts on the back that hold the starter on. These were actually 8mm. A little prying to pull it out. So we'll go ahead and take the lead off. We can get her up on the bench. This new starter is a little bit bigger. Is it going to fit? It's definitely the diameter of the actual motor is bigger than this one, but it doesn't have these bolts on the outside, so hopefully it doesn't takes up the same amount of space. The bolt holes seem to line up, so all we can do is try. There she goes. There she goes. Seems to fit. Put a little grease on the O-ring there. That's pretty much it as far as the actual starter install goes. Let's give her a try. Well, she's working. So hopefully that has solved the problem he was having, but it's tough to say because it was intermittent. So we got the old starter on the bench here. Let's see if we can find evidence of wear that would have caused the symptoms that we had. Well, none of the brushes are stuck, but one side is worn more than the other, so it might not be making full contact. I've seen worse. Well, it's 50-50 right now whether or not it was a problem with a dead spot or brushes on the starter. So before I went ahead and put the rest of the plastics on here, I decided to have a look at where the starter solenoid actually is, because I have this new one. I don't think we need it, but I thought I'd have a look at where it's actually located, because it is a bit tricky. The starter solenoid is pretty much right in line with the steering column underneath the top part of the dash, way up in here. That's the old one right there. It's not on its holder, and to get to it you have to remove this couple of pins out of this side piece here just in front of the door so that you can pull it back. And I had to remove all the screws across the top of the dash to get enough flex there on the one side, and 2 push pins here. That's the minimum you'd have to do in order to squeeze in there and get it. Well, since I was here, did all the trouble of taking the plastics off, I decided to put in the new solenoid. Just a few turns of a 10 mil wrench. Just going to make sure it's working before we button everything back up.